Hello guys, welcome to Code Bytes, where we give you bite-sized pieces of code the size of bytes. And today's lesson is about if, ifs, and else statements. To me, these are super fundamental to coding. If I would describe coding on a very basic level, I would tell you it's if, else, and else statements. If something happens in coding, it checks if this happens, then this happens. So if this condition is met, it runs this, otherwise it runs this. So let's just run this code to see what it outputs. Less than 5. So we have this variable, x is equal to 0. So, and it runs through these statements to see if 5 is less than, if 5 is greater than, otherwise it prints this. So let's break this down step by step. So the first thing, if x is less than 5, it prints less than 5. So what's happening here is it checks if this condition, x is less than 5, is met. Now, we have this colon here because this colon is super important because it basically means that everything here is automatic. Everything underneath the if statement is going to be automatically indented, and that means that's what's going to run when the condition is met. So right now the condition is met, so it's going to run less than 5. So let's go back to here, and let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. So if we run as normal, nothing happens because we have an else statement. So what the else statement does is, let's say the number is 5. So 5 is not less than 5, so this is not met. When you have an else statement underneath if statement, it automatically runs the else statement if the if statement does not, the if statement condition is not met. So the condition clearly is not met, so it runs and the number is 5. So it checks if this condition is met, it's not met, so if this is not met, else this happens, which is print the number is 5. So let's say the number is greater than 5 though. It still runs the number is 5. Clearly the number is not 5. That's where we have this else statement in. So let's put the number is greater than 5. Let's see what happens this time. This is basically the same concept as this, checking if this condition is met, and then it runs what's underneath it. But now we use this one, which is basically a combination of else and if. Let's see what happens if we just do a normal number. So it's greater than 5. So yeah, it works. But let's see what happens when we put 5. The number is 5. So what's going on here? Now, where's the error history? Oh, there it is. So that's where the error goes. Just double checking. I was just trying to remember it. So the error happens when we put a number that's less than 5. So clearly this condition runs, but why does this else statement, the number is 5, still run? Because this is an if statement. So basically you can think of it as, basically this is separate from this. As I said before, that else statement is underneath. It runs automatically when the if statement above it doesn't run. So what's happening in the code is this if statement isn't running because the number is less than 5. So this condition is not met, so automatically runs this. So that's why we use the if statement. So basically, the if statement basically just combines the whole thing. You can think of it in one section. So now if we run the code, yeah, it works. Because now if this condition is not met, which currently it's met, so let's not change that to not being met. If this statement's not working, then it checks this. Otherwise, it runs this. So 5, which won't be checked by any of this, is going to print this. So what's happening here is if x, 5 is less than 5, not met, elf. So if this is a run, this runs. Is this less than 5? Is this greater than 5? It's not. So last, it runs this. That's basically the rundown if, elf, and if statements. Thank you guys for watching.